Yeah, David, we're just coming around. I'm still just in a little bit of heavy rain here. I'm trying to clear it because that rain, you can see it whipping across the lens there once I get out of that. But yeah, David, this is a perfect setup right here. This storm is all by itself. We pan back. You're going to have to, it's pretty hot there, Rich, but you can kind of turn it down a little bit and look back to the right. Pull. But yeah, it's sitting in a really good spot, David. It's got clear skies behind it. It can pull in all that warm air. And you see the front, we pull back wide here. Let's go back wide. Okay, look at that, David. That is, man, that is just a well-defined, huge wall cloud with that rain shaft and the rain right in front of it. You see it's very low to the ground, and then right behind it, you can see the blue skies and everything. So this is a perfect setup, David. And we're just came out of the rain now. We're in a really good position here. And it looks like I'm going to be, let me see, it looks like I'm going to be about 4 miles directly east of Omega, Highway 3 here, shooting back to the west, David. So again, we're arrived on scene. We're in a really good spot, and it is a definitely huge storm and a huge wall cloud. We'll keep you updated. Jim Gar reporting live for Bob Mills, Scotty's 9. Back to you. We're going to fly away from it, David. I'm pretty close to it, so we'll fly away from it and get you a wider shot. Hey, there's a lot of rotation in that. Zoom in on that. Zoom in right on that. Lighten up just a little bit. David, can you hear me? David, can you hear me? It's getting ready to go. Well, that's right, David. And now I'm just about 2.5 miles to the north. There it goes, David. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. It's wrapping up, David. Like I said, I'm sitting about 2.5 miles to the north of Omega, and this is going to be just to the northwest of Omega here. And you can see it starting to form right now. It started really tightening up while you were talking there, David. More and more of the top lower base, the wall cloud just started spinning rapidly. And now you see the elephant truck right there coming down. I don't know if it's on the ground. Yeah, it's on the ground. I can see it. It's on the ground, David. I'm flying towards it. I'm moving in. I'm moving in closer to it here. And it may fall apart here, but it's definitely going to recirculate, David. If this falls apart, it's definitely going to recirculate, and it's probably going to drop a bigger one the next time it comes down. But again, that was an elephant truck tornado. It was all the way to the ground. I can see the dust at the end of it there. So the good thing is this is very sparsely populated. It's a lot of farmland out here, David. So there's a lot of places. I mean, if it hits somebody's home, it's going to be a real high percentage that it hits somebody's home out here. But again, now you can see I'm moving in really close to it, David. So you can see the bottom of that wall cloud, and there it goes again. Like I said, it was cycling around. It's on the ground. I can see it. It's on the ground right now, David. There it is. There's the dust coming up. Lighten up just a little bit. No, not right now, David. Right now, while you were talking, it lifted. There's about 2 or 3 times that it was on the ground, lifted back up, and you saw it right the first time you saw the elephant trunk. Then that dissipated. It was on the ground. Then it reformed. It went back to the ground. Now it's up again, but now it's trying to reform again, David. And there's a pretty large farm right underneath it. Right underneath it right now, there's a pretty large farm, and those people are right below this. So hopefully it will not drop a tornado while it's over these people's house here. But again, definitely a lot of rotation, David. Like I said, it may have transferred a little bit to the front of it, to the right side, but look at the back side. Look at the back side. It is still just churning, David, and spinning. So it can drop another tornado here at any moment. And like I said, we're just flying I'm just kind of flying backwards, just staying with it, just kind of moving backwards and keeping this up. But again, it's just in one of those. Okay, I'm going to have to move. Yeah, go ahead, David. Go ahead, Greg. Yeah, I mean, he can start moving to the west a little bit if he wants to. Okay, roger that. Okay, I'm going to go move out a little bit. Yeah, David, we're going to have to fly away from it a little bit, so I'm headed off to the east a little bit to get repositioned. But, yeah, David, it's just back in a cycle stage right now, but the whole thing is spinning. There is a lot of action in that wall cloud, and we haven't seen anything go to the ground yet after the first 2 times that we showed you live on the air. But this is still definitely a dangerous storm, David. It is definitely still spinning, and at any moment it could drop a tornado at any moment. Like I said, it's in the perfect situation, David. Out behind it, there's nothing but blue sky, and it's all by itself. And it's it's one of those scenarios where it's got the rain and everything out front of it, but it's just a real got the updraft real sharp on the backside, nothing but clear air and clear skies. So right now, I believe it's just in a recycle stage, David, and we'll just keep tracking it, keep you updated. Jim Garpoint live from Bob Mills, Scotty 9, back to you. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Greg. Yeah, it is, David. It's definitely ramped back up. Like I said, I'm just south of Loyal, shooting back to the northwest, and yeah, it's definitely ramping back up, David, and it's definitely getting tighter, and it is definitely turning here. So it's well, we may, there it goes. I think it's going, David. I think it's going. Like I said, it's trying really, really hard here, and if it's not on the ground, I'm looking at the ground. I don't see any. I don't see any suction spots or anything, David. Yeah, it's not on the ground, David, but man, there's a tremendous amount of action in this and stuff. So at any moment, it could drop a big tornado. So far, we've been lucky. Yeah, go ahead, David. Oh, yeah, I see it, David. I see it. That's right, David, and right on, Lacey. You're nailed it, man, exactly where it is and how far it is from Loyal. It went across that dirt field, so we're able to see it. That's the trouble. The cone's not all the way to the ground, but you got that condensate, but you got turbulent air, man. You got that funnel on the ground there, and it is tightening up here, David. It is getting tighter, and it is getting tighter here. There's a good shot of it coming up off the ground again. The good thing is, David, it's in the middle of just hay fields and a pasture, and going into some wheat fields right now. I'm looking up to the northeast. There are a couple of homes here, depending on which way it drifts, David. It could hit one of these homes if it stays on the ground here. But again, it is moving and it is wrapping up, and this may not be the end of this may turn into a bigger tornado. As you can see to the left and right of the screen, you can see those two things that kind of look like funnels. The one on the left kind of looks like another funnel trying to form. That may merge into what's in front of it there, and this could turn into one large tornado that we've seen happen before. But Again, we're on it, David. We're tracking it. We'll keep you updated. No, when I'm talking, he can't talk to me because it mutes everything out. If I'm talking, it mutes everything down. Still on the ground. No, it's on the ground still, David. Okay, roger that. Well, that's right, David. In fact, it's been going to the ground and coming back up. It's been on the ground a few times here while you were talking. You just couldn't really see it until it moved into somewhere it could pick up some dirt or debris or some of that dried grass. Then you could see it turning on the ground here. So it is still, it don't look to appear to be on the ground right now, but at any moment it's just going up and down, David, and touching up and down there. Now there's a farm coming up. You can see on the right side of the screen. Now, we're kind of in a paradox here, so we don't really know where that storm is located at that farmhouse. But if you pull back, it looks like it's just going right for it. But it could be to the, it could be to the east or west of it. It's on the ground again. You see it right there, David. It's on the ground again. There it is on the ground. Where's everybody at for me? I got him out. Hey, Greg, I'm going to have to break for fuel here. So I think this thing's done because it's getting undercut by the next storm coming up behind it. Okay, roger that. Well, that's right, David. I'm almost sitting over the top of Loyal right now, shooting back to the northwest. And Lacey is exactly right. Look at this is the rain. This is a storm coming up behind it, and we follow back down the line to the left, and there's another storm following up behind it. So it's kind of collided. It's absorbing with that storm that produced the tornado, and that's a really good thing to have because it's not sitting by itself in just that open, clear blue sky with sunshine on the backside, David. So again, I think that the tornado dangers kind of went out of this because this storm has undercut it. So right now it's just heavy hail, heavy rain, cloud to ground lightning. We'll keep you updated. Jim Gar reporting live from Bob Mills, News 9. Back to you. Okay, roger that. We're out of here. Hey, Greg, do they have that shot? Well, that's right, David. We're just in awe just looking at this. I mean, I'm kind of flying back to the southeast. I'm going to have to make a little detour here real quick. But that, like you said, is just an impressive picture. Just a stack of pancakes. You had a little syrup to go with that, man. You'd have a meal. But that's pretty impressive right there, David. What a storm. Jim Garpoint live from Bob Mills, Scotty's 9. Back to you. Yeah, that's affirmative. Do what, Greg? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, go ahead, Greg. Okay, roger that. Let's see, how far am I away from him anyway? I'm pretty close. Yeah, well, I just I'm on the east side of Kingfisher, picking up 33.